What a mess. Jeopardized me just like that. Well, I suppose there are people out there who can't help when they die, technically. But she must have had an inkling, a warning, a twinge. I mean, she didn't breathe a word of this to me. And I walk in here bright and early, right there, and then bam, there she is, flat on the floor in a twisted heap, on the very spot where you're standing.
Oh.
Is it decent? Is it nice? No, damn it, that's such rotten timing. Huh. So, which are you? A yeast that rises on command? Or a burned batch of biscuits that I have to toss out for the pigeons to peck at, as if I didn't know? You're blocking my light, girl. Go stand over there. A sheen like dirty pewter, like dishwater makes a lead balloon. Rancid vanilla. Well, the crumb size, it's way off. Oh! Dump this flour back into the moldy bin it came from. Who the hell said you can bake?
Only you can say so. And if you say so, oh, Miss Betty, then I can say my life. I'm deeply sorry, Miss Betty.
At least now she's dead, and I don't have to put up with her never-ending questions. How much sugar? How much salt? Does the batter look thin to you? Oh my God, her fondant. I suppose that's why I kept her all these years, on account of her fondant. I mean, it just poured out of her. It was like a symphony of the purest, silkiest icing. I mean, you've never seen anything like it, and you never will. This is the last of it. The end of an era. She had a hell of a nerve, that Simone, ducking out on me. Have you ever in your life experienced a miracle? Where the light envelops you like a shining soul and you're one with everything?
I hope to, one day.
Well, you would think that somebody who makes fondant this good would have the common decency to stick around. So what do you have to say for yourself?
You want me to answer that?
Yes, I'm permitting you to breathe.
You asked me.
Come on.
Oh, I'm really trying to
Oh, pay attention, girl. I mean, can you make fondant as smooth as a white sail, just catching a full wind? As creamy as a satin sheet, as pliant as a young girl just dreaming her life away?
Yes!
Damn it, girl, don't waste my time! Foul, stinking mess. Layer upon layer of mistakes. In short, it's just totally inedible.
Why? Let's speak up. What did I do wrong?
Again, louder.
Oh, I should just stop breathing now.
You know what you did. You know exactly. You are lying to me, and liars aren't bakers.
The skin on my fingers is nearly stripped off. Look, please, Miss Betty, peeling hazelnuts for the filling.
You want me to look at you? Look at you. When you forgot the main ingredient, the most important ingredient.
Teach me.
I'm not going to teach you anything. I'm telling you. Conviction. Your cake lacks conviction. Look around. Every flake, every grain, every dot of butter in this bakery is saturated with conviction.
But what?
Do you think you're wandering here full of plans and ideas, your flavor profiles, your fancy techniques? You think I need what you're selling?
For you. My shame. My penance. Only for you. The recipe for the raspberry cream puffs served only to the Queen of England. And copied by the Queen's personal pastry chef. It's the only copy in the world. I've been saving it ever so long until the exact right occasion. I always hoped this is the moment. My moment.
You march in here with your cake, like a cat dropping off a bloody mouse at the back door. So sure of your welcome.
To the Magic Kingdom. Your Magic Kingdom. How many times have I walked by, knocked to my knees by the aroma? Oh, pinch me, so I know I'm really here. Ow.
You're wide of the mark, girl. See, you're still on the outside looking in. Kingdoms are for hapless dreamers. I mean, all of this, it's a fortress. It's my fortress.
A fortress needs defending, doesn't it? To keep the goodness in and the badness out. I'll man the parapet and keep lookout.
imagine that you'll be looking out for?
Whatever you say, General.
God, you'll never do. You breathe too much.
Train me. Drill me. Give me an order and I'll obey.
What the hell are you doing?
Awaiting your orders, General. Sir!
I don't give out that kind of information to girls who just wander in off the street.
For years now, I got only one dream over and over. To work by your side, hip to hip, apron to apron.
Soldiers do not resort to flattery.
I'm honey in your hands.
You disgust me! What the hell are you doing? Where are you going? Just put that down. Show me your hands.
My fingers, you see? But I don't mind, really, I don't. I'm not complaining, not for an instant.
Lick it off, all of it. And you call yourself a soldier? Lie down.
You mean on the floor?
No, my big brass bed. Yes, on the floor, girl.
Oh, Miss Betty, you do like me after all!
On your back. I'm gonna say a word, and then you're gonna tell me a word. First thing you think of. And no stalling, because I will know if you are stalling.
Oh, but Miss Betty, my hands are so much smarter than my lips.
Unicorn.
Unicorn?
Uniform.
Boots!
Butter.
Flesh!
Saffron.
Buddha!
Scraps.
Perfume!
Business.
Cave!
Sex. Sex.
What?
Chocolate. Chocolate.
I knew it. Any day now, I said, and I'm never wrong about these things. I have a sixth sense. Will you incinerate her? Can I watch?
What do you mean you knew, Nushin? Nobody knew what Simone was up to. I would have been the first to know anything.
Betty, get your head out of the oven. Simone was a walking heap of ashes. Anybody could see that. And besides, she was lazy.
She was up to her elbows in fondant around the clock.
Suit yourself. Just know I take no pleasure in watching you go soft.
Soft? What about betrayed, abandoned, discarded?
Oh my God, Betty! That's a cruel trick. You know I have a weak heart. I can't catch my breath. Give me a cookie. Quick! Ew, not that kind. Oatmeal peanut butter raisin. Legendary healing properties. Right, Miss Betty? Check my pulse. Check my pulse.
Better, sweetie? Would you like a glass of water?
I want her to get it for me.
Damn it, girl. You can't follow simple order. You'll never make it in this man's army. Come on. Go.
Not that cup. That's the wrong cup. I can't drink from a cup like that. What is she thinking, Betty?
I know the cup you like, Nushin. I won't be but a moment.
Show her where you keep it, just in case.
Here we go, doll. Now you just drink up.
I'm not thirsty. I never said I was thirsty.
Well, you look pale, dear.
Pale. Of course I'm pale. A corpse rises from the dead. My blood pressure is off the charts. You're no good for me.
Well, Nushin, you know that isn't true. This is your hospital. We've got your medications right here. I've always taken good care of you, haven't I?
Is that baklava?
Yes.
Fresh?
Last night.
Flaky?
7 layers.
Which, honey?
You have to ask.
The rare Hawaiian organic, then?
When I joke about a thing like that, I mean, it gives the baklava a certain...
Luscious density!
How would you know about a thing like that?
Will you keep her, Betty?
I don't know. Should I keep her?
She's pretty.
So?
She's hungry.
But will she bend to my will?
Please, Miss Betty. I'll be faithful and true to you forever. Perhaps she is moldable like your fondant.
She breathes too often.
You're lying about the honey. You are going soft if you think you can fool me about a thing like that.
I wouldn't.
As my limbs grow weak, Betty, my mind grows sharp. You'd be wise to remember that.
I give you the right carpet treatment always, Nushin.
Wrap it up for me. 2 pieces. Your portions are stingy.
In lieu of payment, how about a story? A happy story?
Are you kidding? I'm sick. Your little trickster damaged my heart. This place place is increasingly hazardous to my health. I should think twice before coming here again.
You hear that? You hear what you did to my best and dearest, most precious customer?
But I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. The customer is always right.
And you're as wrong-footed as they come.
But if I could just trial, even just for one day, or one of them for an hour. She splutters. Splutterers spoil everything. They spit into the batter.
Just say the word Nusha, my pet, and I will send her packing. Not just a story. It'll heal all wounds and it'll, turn everything to rights, don't you think?
I'm not a trained seal, Betty.
Oh, I know that. I know. You're just so talented.
The atmosphere is foul today. I'm not inspired.
I've kind of, turned you off, haven't I? I'm sorry. I've upset you, and I am really sorry, and I'm so disappointed. How about, if you're willing, and it won't be too much of a hardship, maybe like $3?
$3?
Yeah.
Look at me. Where am I going to get that kind of money? I'm on the brink, Betty, the very brink, with only my wits to keep me alive. How dare you! Treating me like a dirty street beggar. Did I ask for a handout? This is the last place I expected to be insulted. Betty, where did you find this girl?
Now, Lucian, dear, she's just a stupid wretch. I would never just... Forget about the money. From now on, your money's no good here, okay? How about just a little itty-bitty little story? Tell me about the world. Do the cars still speed down Main Street? Do the streetlights still twinkle at twilight like when I was a little girl? I remember Mama, she used to walk us from the baker to the butcher's, and I used to count the streetlights just arching overhead. 1 past the tailor, and 2 past the record store, and then 3 and 4, and then in we go, and Mama would say, "Well, good afternoon, Mr. Berg." And then Mr. Berg would say, "Well, good afternoon, Mrs. Conway."
Betty! I mean, really, who's telling a story here, you or me? Because I distinctly remember being invited. You practically begged me to tell you a story, and then off you go.
No, you're right, I'm sorry. I guess I was just hungry for the sights and sounds outside the fortress.
You fill your head with sugar plum berries and take such luxury for granted.
I'm
not speaking to you, splutterer!
Do you hear that? Quit whining. Better still, stop drawing breath, so there's more for the rest of us.
You have exhausted my patience, both of you.
What about my story?
Oh, your story? I thought you wanted to hear my story.
No, I do. How about if I throw in a cherry tart? What do you say?
Once upon a time...
Wait. You, make yourself scarce. This story is mine.
Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful little girl who was so loved by her mother and father. They would dance with her from room to room in their house, holding up their little girl in delight. And because they loved her so much, they would dress her in the most beautiful clothes that any little girl ever had the privilege to wear. White lace dresses with streaming green ribbons, bright pink dresses with ribbons of silver and blue.
My precious darling, you are as sweet and scrumptious as a cake at a wedding feast.
Until one fateful day, mother and father turn their backs for the merest fraction of a second. An old hag comes in and snatches the baby away and replaces her with another child.
No, that can't be. That's not the real story, not the one you should tell. I want a story that's real and true about the world outside the fortress.
Stop interrupting. The second little girl was just as good, just as pretty, and just as sweet.
But you can't change everything around and say that it's all the same. I can't substitute flour for sugar or yeast for baking powder. That's not how it works.
That's enough for one day. Where's my baklava?
Well, just tell me. Did the mother and father find their lost little girl?
They never even noticed the difference.
Girl, are you still there? Quit lurking around and show yourself. I have to fill an order for a hedge fund god, his bride, and 1,001 guests, and I have absolutely no time to waste. Oh. Now, who's to say that your hands unfettered would be any more useful to me than they are right now? Oh, you can help me beg. Damn, Simone, she should have thought twice.
Miss Betty, a hedge fund god and his bride?
And 1,001 guests and not a body less.
This is a dream come true. Oh, we will make them the greatest cake of all time. The greatest cake this world has ever seen. The most mouth-watering, delicious.
What is your name?
Lulu?
Testimony, give me a word, quick.
Oh, my lord!
What am I to do with you, Lulu? I mean, you're a sorry. sorry case. Believe me, if I was in a bind, I would never. Oh! Don't let them rip up my bones. No, keep the hammer away from my skull. Stop it before they break in and steal all the flour. Just lock the door. Lock the door.
Listen, just someone trying to break in.
Lock the door. Kill the window.
The door's locked, Miss Betty. What's the matter?
Oh, your fault. You let into me asthma. A slithering gray foul miasma that turns flour to the blackened roll. You run everything my life's work. Why did you come here? What do you want from me? I mean, who sent you? It was Simone, wasn't it? Taunting me from beyond the grave. Don't you deny it. Simone, you left me. You remember, I counted on you and you abandoned me. You let me to fend for myself. You should have been showering me with sugar snowflakes, begging for forgiveness, instead of breaching my fortress with your evil sting. What?
There's nobody here. I mean, it's just you and me.
What time is it?
Almost 6.
My God, have you been asleep all this time? We open in an hour. Tell me, what do you smell?
I don't smell anything.
That's right, Wretch. No muffins, no coolers, no cookies. What the hell have you been doing?
Oh, the hedge fund got in his bride!
Stop sucking up air.
I'll go insert the muffins then.
No, what about the fondant? There's no point in doing that if you can't do anything else. I told you from the beginning.
But I'm trying, Miss Betty. I mean, can't you see I'm trying? Just tell me what you want me to do.
Why are you still here?
Because you need me.
Did I say that I needed you?
Not in so many words.
See, that's your game, isn't it? See, you weasel your way in and then you act like you've been invited. Did I make you any promises? Did I? Answer me!
But I thought you
What
said...
do I need right now?
An extra pair of hands, a whole lot of flour, and an ocean of fondant.
A chair. You worthless sack of meal. I need a chair. Listen to me. You're the chair. Go on. Better. See?
I can't make muffins like this.
No? Why not?
Or prepare the fondant.
Are you still breathing? Quick, give me a word that goes with habitat.
Sunshine!
No! Wrong! Just get out!
Miss Betty, you don't mean it.
I need a baker, not a sputterer. You're unwholesome.
My back is strong, Miss Betty. Strong enough to hold you and 100 sacks of flour. Just give me an hour to turn out the muffins before we open.
Out.
How did I fail you? Let me make it right. Just give me one more chance. I'm a Navy SEAL, diving from 30,000 feet, ready to jump into a tiny mixing bowl in the middle of a huge ocean. I will land in the center of that bowl, safe and dry, and paddle to the far-off shore with nothing but a wooden spoon in one hand and a spatula in the other. Watch and be amazed. You should have stayed home and you left, you're right. You should have stayed home and you left, you're right. Sound off, 1, 2. Sound off, 3, 4. Sound off, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A soldier never abandons her post. I'll fire up the ovens until they blaze hot as Vulcan's forge. I'll turn out buttery biscuits, hearty breads, moist and chewy cookies that will fuel our fighting forces for hours on end. And I'll work without stopping until the whole army is fed. And when everyone is sated, when the last battle has been waged and we emerge victorious, then, and only then, I'll shovel out the cooling ashes from the ovens, sweep up all the crumbs, scour every pan, and finally, because I've been so good. A soldier approaches me with a warm smile. She puts her lips to my ear and she whispers, "You make magic that melts in my mouth." And I grow faint and giddy and warm all over because someone, at last, has noticed.
On your feet, soldier. Where's the fondant for the hedge fund god and his bride?
But you kicked me out.
You're as worthless as burnt toast.
I want to stay. I want to be useful. I want to study at your feet.
You want. Well, what about what I want? What's all you doing down there?
Helping you to rest and gather your strength for the coming battle.
Get up. Get up, you foolish girl. Put these muffins in the case. Yes. Stand there, don't move, or else. Here.
Miss Betty, you do like me after all.
Hold still. Go unlock the door.
Yes, sir, General, sir. I stand ready for your orders, sir.
I never thought I'd miss that ungrateful dead hellhound.
But I'm braver. I'm stronger, and I'm ready to man the parapet. Take me, mold me, make me, bake me.
Get up! Get up! A soldier does not beg! If I tell you that gravity is just a rumor, then you say, yes, oh yes, of course it is. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, Miss Betty, you were the most magnificent thing that has ever happened to me.
How dare you speak to me that way?
Ah.
Yes. Good? Can you taste the nutmeg and the cinnamon and the cloves? The crystals of raw brown sugar studding the top. Flavor is now your memory keepsake. You work without savoring, labor without tasting. Duty is now your bread and butter. You leave tasting to others who have proven their worth. Any questions? Swallow and be done.
Oh, help me, Betty.
Field medic! I said field medic, stats! Reporting for duty, sir! Better to these wounded kids, you see? Come on. There we go.
Angina! I know what that is. It's a heart attack. My uncle had it.
Shut up! You don't know what you're talking about. There you go. Okay. Now his stuff's ready. Not quite out of the woods.
Miss Betty, you'll kill him giving him food at a time like this.
There we go. What are you doing? Nothing passes your lips without my express permission. These are my rules and you are forbidden to break them. I will not warn you again.
But I can save him. I'll save the whole battalion. You watch.
Okay. Yeah.
I know. I shouldn't have waited so long.
Foolish boy, Hector. You never learn.
Yeah, but you always patch me up, old girl.
Well, that's what I'm here for, dear one. But I wish you would think ahead. Get here before your blood sugar drops through the floor. I mean, you really have me worried.
Yeah, well, you know how it is.
Oh, I'm declaring you unfit for duty here. Here, finish your medication.
Angelica? Oh, Angelica. She saved me more times than I can count.
You don't remember the first time, do you? You're such a little squirt. My hellacious Hector. You charged in here like a big sloppy puppy just panting for a treat.
Oh, wow, what I love most about coming home is that there are no surprises. You, for instance. Well, you're on a continuous loop, Betty. Well, your hands, always dusted with flour. The lights, so bright they banish all shadow, like endless daylight. Being here, it's like stepping inside a fairy tale. told the same way, over and over again, except, well, except, it's funny. I didn't expect to feel this.
Didn't expect what? I mean, does something look different to you out of place? I mean, is it the girl? Because if so, I could...
What girl?
Your memory's just playing tricks, that's all. You haven't been to see me as often as you should.
Well, my lovely Angelica, how often I dream of you.
Your dreams call you back to your real self. Your dreams say, don't forget about me or us. First life, the only one that counts. You were 6. You marched right in here, right there at that exact spot, and you pointed, and you said,
Ooh, that one! I want that one. It's white and fluffy, and it looks like a cloud, and I want to eat the cloud. Can I have the cloud? Can I? Well, what's wrong, Miss Betty?
it's bigger than your face. Your whole face. Your very first Angelica. And you wolfed down that sweetness like it was your last meal on earth. Oh, my little hellacious Hector. And I watched you fall in love with me, you imp. You fell hard and fast in love with me. All the sweetness and light that surrounds you. And you fell in love with the fortress and the protection it offered you.
Yeah, you spoiled me for life, Betty. You know, my first stop, everywhere I go, well, I head straight for the old Main Street to find the town bakery. You know, the real thing. I wander up and down the sidewalks until there it is. A certain kind of awning, or a neon sign, or maybe just a big plate glass window crammed with But it's never the same. It's never here. Never home. And I've never found an Angelica like yours.
You told me you loved me.
Well, I suppose I did. You know what they say. The way to a boy's heart is...
Through his stomach. But now, I mean, why is now any different? Why should time in any way degrade who you were, who you are? You became yourself in here. I made you. I made you.
Betty, just try to get hold of yourself. Okay. Look, I'm finishing my Angelica. Oh, wow.
Try scone. You love him. You always have.
Not now, Betty. I've had quite enough. No, I'm feeling much better. Thank you.
You changed. Where's the Hector who fell in love with me? I mean, where did he go?
Now, I'm still me, Betty. Right here in front of you. And you're you. Same as always. For now. For a little while longer, anyway. Safely tucked away in your, what did you always call it? Your castle?
Hector, no. I mean, is my boy lost to me forever? It's not a castle. Castles are for dreamers and schemers. It's a fortress, a fortification. The kind they don't build anymore, you know, where you preserve and protect and defend. And my favorite soldier, I mean, I taught you myself, but now...
Betty, don't, please. There is no need. You'll have time enough later.
Time for what? Time is just a cruel trickster just sent to deceive me. Time let you slip away from me. And you're not eating your stone! Come on.
Thanks. When's the last time you went outside, Betty? Left the bakery?
I did not go to Simone's funeral. And I don't want to hear another word about it.
Well, I hear it was a beautiful funeral.
I don't care. I don't. I've got a new girl now. I'll just have to make do. I don't seem to have a choice. You notice at nighttime it turns so quickly now. Have you noticed that?
But is it true then?
You're wasting away, my little soldier. I mean, does anybody even take care of you? Why don't you try one of my orange walnut scoops?
No, Betty, look, I hear you don't get out much. Well, ever. Look, it's what I hear.
My little boy is in there somewhere. He must speak.
So, what's to become of you when all this disappears?
You say you haven't changed, but you have. You were happy here. Smile for me, mister. Huh? Smile for me. You show up all of a sudden. One minute you need me, the next you don't. You refuse nourishment and you ask tiresome questions, and you only smile because I asked you.
How much would it cost to buy 1,000 Angelicas?
And now you want to talk to me about money like I'm some kind of stranger to you?
No,
Like
no.
some haggling across a big ugly table.
Look, Betty, I figure I've eaten 1,000 Angelicas, baked by you. From your hands to my lips. So, as a businessman, I figure that buys me the right to ask a question or two.
You're a cruel boy. A changeling, that's what you are. Real Hector would never speak to me this way. What do you want from me? Why are you punishing me when I've always been so good to you? I don't deserve this kind of abuse. I mean, what's going on here? Do I look like a punching bag to you? Huh? First the girl, now you, I mean you of all people.
The day is coming, Betty. Have you thought about it? Things are happening out there. Events are unfolding.
Out there is nothing but gougers and usurpers and devils dressed up like angels. Just wandering the streets, just ready to take a big juicy bite out of my soul. I don't want to hear any more about out there. I've heard enough.
You cheated me on the baklava.
What do you mean, new shit?
You said there'd be 2 pieces and there was only 1.
Well, you were robbed.
See, you admit it. You robbed me. That's right, there's no use hiding behind... Well, what have you got to say for yourself?
No, I mean you were robbed out there, of course. Someone stole your pastry when you weren't looking.
I've never been so insulted in all my life. And after all I've done for you, you have no idea what my loyalties cost me.
Nushin, out there. Unspeakable things happen every minute of every day. I'm just sorry you were caught in the crossfire this time.
What do you know about out there? I'm on the streets every day, putting my life on the line every time I hobble down the sidewalk to get to you. Every minute of every day, I'm calculating risks, computing my odds of survival, and you? What do? You cheat me!
No, never. I've been loyal to you through and through, like always. But still, to show my gratitude for your never-ending loyalty, scones. Fresh this morning, free of charge. Remember I told you.
My money's no good here.
Yes,
I remember. And I'm holding you to it. Put them in a box. Hey, you buddy boy.
Betty, I think I'm ready for that scone now. Ooh, I can smell the orange zest.
I'm sorry, Hector.
Too bad someone has a prior claim. Gotta act fast to get in on the action. But you're too busy to think about food now. You have work to do.
Excuse me?
Take her outside.
Who? Take who outside? I mean, what are you trying to say?
Well, she still has a little time. No, not much, but a little.
And time for what?
She needs to learn. Shake things up, get out of her routine. She's spoiled. I'd like to see her try and live by her what's out there for just one day.
Why are you talking gibberish? I mean, is this a new story? Start at the beginning so I can follow along.
What do you say, Hector?
She's right, Betty. Sooner or later.
Sooner or later what? Eat something. Eat something. And then you'll start making sense again. It never fails! You know, your twitch is getting worse, Nushin. Maybe you should go and see a doctor, you know. Maybe now, right now, and then come back when you're feeling like your old self again.
No, Hector, here's your chance!
What? I don't even got it! No! No, unspeakable acts! You can't tell my story! You don't know how it ends! Tell my story!
Look, Betty, it won't hurt you to bake something sensible every so often. Nourishing for the soul and the stomach.
Sugar plum berries, Betty, I told you. You're tough as a donut.
Murder! You traitor!
Betty.
Miago will kill me! And then who's gonna bake your Angelica's
I've had enough! You are a trial, Betty. And if I weren't on the brink of starvation, I'd never darken your door again. Come back and try again, Hector, when she's had time to digest the implications.
You'd never hurt me. You couldn't. It's not in your nature.
I won't apologize, so don't ask.
You're my best customer, Nushin. You always have been, you always will be.
Once upon a time, there was a fortress rising up out of a black canyon. A pretty maiden lived there all alone. To keep from going insane, she told herself a new story every day. And it worked. Because in no time at all, the pretty maiden grew into a stout old lady, unmolested by anyone. Nobody found a way to scale that fortress or break inside until they did.
Wait a minute, what happened to the pretty maiden?
I just told you, Betty. She grew into a stout old lady. Now pay attention, or I'll think my stories mean nothing to you.
No, I mean, what happened in the end?
Goodbye.
Oh, it's happening again, Betty.
What? Well, what's happening? Hector, you cannot take my story, not even you!
No, my head's spinning. Everything's growing dark.
Miss Betty, I'm sorry I took so long! Oh, but I wish you could have seen it. My hands were a blur, an absolute blur!
It's not working. Everything you touch turns to ashes. You're forbidden to ever touch my ovens again, do you hear me? You're poisoning my Hector! You will not leave this bakery alive, I swear it!
More. Give me more. Please.
I will not let her near you, Hector, don't worry. I've got everything under control.
Oh, it's the best. Oh, it's the best thing I've ever tasted. Nirvana. Oh, sweet melting perfection. Ooh, it's like I died and gone to heaven.
Are you absolutely sure? I mean, you're not just saying that to make up for what you did to me?
Really? Best ever. Sorry, Betty.
I didn't mean it. Honest, Miss Betty, I poured everything I knew into this batch, but I didn't do it for him. I did it for you.
Please? May I have some more? Oh, no, I swear, if I could eat just a few more bites, I'd regain all my strength. And then some.
Well, go ahead, Shrinking Violet, you heard the man.
Yes. Wow. Of all the bakers across the world that I've been to, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that compares to this ethereal perfection.
I'm sorry, Miss Betty. I failed you, haven't I? I'm not what you want. I'm not what you need. I'm nothing. I'll just...
Hector? Are you well now?
Yes, Betty. Yes.
God, Lulu, let it out, let it out. Don't let that.
What are you doing? Betty, I'm sorry. I only wanted to.
It's there, Lulu, dear, it's right.
Aren't you angry?
Angry? Now, how could she be angry with an artist like you? Oh, no, such amazing flavor. Such perfection? Betty, where did you find this creature?
She just simply appeared. Bearing one of the most amazing cakes I ever tasted.
What? What did you say? There we go.
Come on, little bit.
My God. Is this heaven?
I just had to be sure. Not just a little sure, but really sure. I couldn't afford to take chances. I had to be careful. I'm in the fortress. It's what keeps me alive. My life's work, it's all here in between these walls. And sometimes I don't know when the bakery begins and I end. I go to bed smelling like cinnamon, and I wake up just coated in flour. But it's much more than that.
Tell me. Show me the world through your eyes.
The world, it's all of a piece, you see. I mean, it must be. Otherwise we would just fly off and spin away and splinter into thousands of icy shards. That's why the rules, they really matter. What I'm trying to say is, if your fondant were to buckle and crackle, where would you be?
I'd throw it out and start over.
Yes, because crackled fondant, it breaks all the rules. It's a violation. Well, see, I can't live like that. In a world where fondant refuses to behave. That's why the rules matter, because if they didn't, then we would all be in danger, don't you see?
Oh, yes, Miss Betty. Oh, I feel calm here with you.
Well, if you're here now to stay, then you're a part of something bigger than you, bigger than me. Do you understand?
You mean I'm part of you now?
Just do as I do and do as I say, and if you do as well as I hope, then you'll plant roots in this floor, but you gotta be really sure.
Oh, I've never been sure of anything in my life. But the hedge fund god, and his bride, and there were 1,001 guests, and the fondant, and...
Everything will be turned out just fine. Happily ever after. Isn't that how every story should end?
What? Happily ever after? But doesn't that get a bit boring? Oh, I mean, we can't eat Angelica's with every meal, can we? What's life without a few surprises along the way?
Surprises and baking do not mix.
It's time to say goodbye, Betty.
But you just got here.
And I will always be here with you. In spirit. You know that. But out there.
Well, in here, it is so much better than out there. I'm never going out there again.
Well, girl, you have passed the test with flying colors, and now the real work begins. Are you ready?
Reporting for duty, sir!
Now there's just one more thing.
Oh, your wish is my command.
You're mine now. You belong to me. Do you understand?
I'm never going to touch the other side of this door again. The fortress is my home now.
To preserve and protect?
Until death do us part.
Quick, give me a word that goes with, forever.
Well, that's easy, Miss Betty. The answer is heart. And I give mine to you.
Simone just kicked the earth off its axis, and I was sick with worry, but now, darling, the world has righted itself.
Oh, there is nothing more to worry about, Miss Betty, I promise. And no more bad dreams. until you're finished. Until you are perfection itself. Miss Betty will know if I cut any corners. She'll know right away. I can't let that happen. Soldier, in the heat of battle, the troops are counting on me not to screw up. And a Navy SEAL, battle-hardened. I am all that stands between this fortress and...
Hey, soldier, wake up.
Can't quit the field at a time like this.
Rise and shine,
I'm
soldier.
okay, I wasn't sleeping, I was resting my eyes. Miss Betty, I don't you think? Miss Betty? Okay. Where was I? Oh, yes. Oh, thou art more lovely than a summer's day. And more scrumptious. Oh, it's so fragrant. Oil of lavender and strawberries. But something is wrong. Something is terribly wrong. Something is missing. What is it? Miss Betty will be furious.
Pipe a little more frosting here. Right here.
You need a touch of frosting right here.
That feels nice. Do it again.
And a bit over here, I think, for balance.
Oh, you missed a spot.
And here.
And here. Fix this area here. And here. Something should go here.
No. No. I'm only an army of one. I have no fellow soldiers to rub elbows with or wake me when I drift off. Or share a canteen of water. I can't guard the fortress alone. Who does Miss Betty think I am? I'm not powerful. I'm nothing. Nobody. I mean, just look at my fondant. What if it should crackle? It isn't even shiny. It's dull like dishwater. Miss Betty has made a huge mistake. She should have forbidden Simone to die. The hedge fund god and his bride will just take one look at this cake. And then they'll yell and scream and carry on because it isn't good enough. It isn't nearly good enough for people like that. And their 1,001 guests will stare and gawk and make fun behind their backs. And they'll all say it's the worst wedding ever. And then first one and another will say, steer clear of Miss Betty's bakery. Don't go there, never go near it. It's a disaster area. Miss Betty will die, alone and humiliated, and all her bowls and spoons dried out and ringed with crusty bits, and one day, a long time from now, someone, somehow, will make their way into the fortress. And they'll find a heap of dusty bones on the floor, and then... But what's to become of me, then? Do I remain in the fortress until my bones, my dust mingles with Miss Betty's, and nobody can tell us apart? Her fates intertwined forever, two as one, or... No. A Navy SEAL stands ready to save the day without hesitation. Operation Smash begins now!
Stop! Halt, I say. Drop your weapon, soldier.
Ah! My own creation has turned against me. I really can't do anything right. Miss Betty was right. I'm a terrible baker. You're a bad cake. You don't deserve to live. Oh, no, you don't mean that? If I don't destroy you, someone will. And then I'm as good as dead. I can't bear to see you talk like that. Oh, it's not your decision. It hurts me when you speak like that. I'm a crappy soldier.
That's not true. Look at me.
I hate you. I hate everything about you. You'll never leave this bakery alive. Operation Smash! Ow! Ow! Serves you right for interfering. But you don't have any feelings. You can't. It's impossible.
You're wrong.
I don't understand.
Everything you feel, I feel.
Where's that knife?
You love Miss Betty, don't you?
Yes. But no, I mean, love isn't strong enough.
And you join your love for her to make me.
That's the trouble. You're not worthy. I'd sooner eat rat poison than let her taste a single crumb of you.
But she's inside of you, and you're inside of me, so you see, we're all connected. We're all the same.
No, I don't see. Stop that! You are wasting expensive ingredients that she paid for!
But you can fix me.
Shut up!
I'll prove it.
How? Miss Benny! Miss Benny! No!
We're in this together, you and I.
I want nothing to do with you! I'm resigning my commission, effective immediately.
You're the best damn soldier I ever saw.
Well, then you've never seen a soldier.
But I see you.
Who is she?
The love of my life. And a true artist.
Don't be ridiculous. You're nothing but a heap of sugar and flour and crackled fondant, and I'm desperately sorry I made you.
Well, my rosettes are quite lovely. Touch them. Admire your handiwork.
You're infected with the miasma. The foul mist, you'll be the death of her. Miss Benny, behold! Come and shut up! No, I should smash you once and for all!
Simone, I am through with you. I'll never take you back. Oh, hello.
You should go back and rest. I'll come find you.
Well, I heard a noise.
I was singing. I always sing when I work. It helps my hands to move.
I can trust you, can't I? Can't I? I mean, Hector's one thing, but this, the hedge fund guy, is bride.
And their 1,001 guests. Handsome men in starched tuxedos with slicked back hair and fragrant powdered women in bright shiny dresses.
How do you know this will be seen?
I've always imagined.
Oh, me too. Then you show me.
Not yet, just a little more time, and then
It takes time to tell a story.
especially a story written in cake.
A language unto itself.
Oh!
She's beautiful.
She?
Yes. All my cakes are girls because they're so pretty.
But how do you know that she's pretty, that she's good?
Lulu, the fortress. Would you have had the courage to save Hector anywhere else?
No, suppose not. But what if she's a foul witch in disguise? What will we do? How will we defeat her?
Nonsense. I mean, look at her. She's a sweet little ingenue. Just waiting in the wings for her turn to shine. I mean, she's a precious darling, and then when she's all dressed up...
Well, what are my orders then?
At ease, soldier.
The hedge fund god. I'll be so disappointed.
Why?
Because he'll know. From the very first bite, he'll know there's no conviction. People like that always know.
Sit down.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Lulu, I am ordering you to sit. Come on. Now, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Keep breathing. There we go. Okay, now, tell me what you see.
Rosettes. 2 big, bright, red, shimmering rosettes.
Okay, good. Now, tell me what else.
I can't tell you.
Well, of course you can. You must. A soldier never withholds information from her commanding officer. Come on.
No, really, I can't say.
What do you see, Lulu? We can't defend the fortress without eyes on the enemy at all times. Come on, don't let me down now in victory. It's so near.
Dancing cake.
Okay. Good, fine. We can work with that. All right, give me a story about a dancing cake.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
And she's sexy. But she's going to ruin everything.
What do you mean, ruin what?
Well, the hedge fund god, he hates her. I told you.
That's not a story. Don't you know how to tell a story? Doesn't anybody know how to tell a proper story with a happy ending? God, is that so hard?
I'm sworn to protect you and the fortress. She's dangerous. You must be told the truth.
Wait a minute. Is this your story?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's true. Is that a story?
She's just a cake. My cakes don't turn on me. I shower them with love and devotion, and they love me back always. That's my story. Do you know how it ends?
Do I want to know?
Why wouldn't you?
Because every story I know ends badly.
Here,
What?
smash her. It's your story. Tell it your way. Go ahead. Haven't got all day.
Give me an order.
Very well, soldier. I hereby order you.
Don't say it! You don't have to. An obedient soldier knows what to do without being asked.
Well then.
Make the most exquisite, luscious, decadent, rich, delicious cake
The best you've ever made or ever will make. Unsurpassable.
Talk about her for years. Long after the hedge fund god and his bride are old and wrinkly and have come to hate each other bitterly. They'll still talk about the cake.
Spark of magic.
A scent memory.
Fragrant new loves.
So, you're telling me not to destroy her. You're ordering me.
Do the right thing. That's all I ask.
Your lips taste like sponge sugar.
So do yours. But Betty says do the right thing. This doesn't feel like the right thing.
Stop thinking. Stop worrying. Just try feeling.
I'm not permitted to taste Miss Betty's orders, and tasting is feeling, isn't it? So, no, I can't do that. I can't let
Feel
you.
me here with you. Feel how warm and sweet we are together. Your flesh and my crystals whirling together.
A new fondant, smoother than satin.
A better fondant. Better than Simone's. Much better.
I don't believe you.
I'll tell you a story.
Miss Betty loves stories, except when I tell them.
This story is only for you. Miss Betty won't understand.
Then you better not. The fortress has eyes and ears.
And cakes who love making love to beautiful bakers.
Stop! You're not finished! I still have hours and hours of work ahead.
This story is about a little girl who is so very tiny. She lives inside a tiny box. She eats in the box, she sleeps in the box, and every night her mother shuts the lid up tight, leaving the little girl curled up and alone in the dark.
She's very afraid. The air is black.
Nonsense. Afraid of what? The box is very cozy. No one can get at her in there.
She has no friends, does she? No one to play with, no one to bake for?
But her dreams are as real as life, better than life, because in her dreams she can go anywhere, be anyone, bake 1,000 chocolate cakes.
No chocolate!
In dreams, everything is allowed, nothing is forbidden.
But chocolate means trouble.
Trouble is every soldier's middle name.
Well, she's very brave then. This little girl, as brave as any soldier.
And that's just what she grows up to be, a soldier.
Not just any soldier, the best and bravest. A Navy SEAL, always on high alert, always ready to protect and serve. Ha! Who goes there? Back on your perch or I'll ram you through.
You don't scare me.
Get back up there right now.
You're so brave and tough. Leave the fortress with me tonight, this instant.
You're crazy.
Well, let's get together. I'd start a new life somewhere.
I'm already somewhere. I'm here. And the fortress is my home. My home with Miss Betty. You're an interloper, a temporary guest. You have no idea how long, how hard I worked to get here.
That's all in the past. We'll live in a beautiful cottage with 6 ovens, and you'll bake pies and cakes and cookies and angelicas.
How dare you! Only Miss Betty makes angelicas. Nobody else ever, anywhere. Who sent you? Who sent you to cloud my mind and seduce me?
Now, I'm just a cake. Remember, I'm your cake. I can't really do anything you don't want me to do since...
Oh!
You made me. You make magic that melts in my mouth.
Admit it. You're a spy sent to test my loyalty. Well, go ahead then. Hit me. hard as you like. I won't fall, I won't break. Miss Betty, I know you're watching!
Just breathe. In, out.
The rules. Fly off into pieces. Is that what you want?
In, out. You see? Your breath and mine. We're one. I know what you want. I know it in my soul. I know what you need. I know who you are.
I am a Navy SEAL, and we never give up. The hedge fund god and his bride will starve before I let you infiltrate their fortress. Leave me alone.
I heard singing again. Why is she on the floor?
It's a special technique.
Are you running a fever? Here, let me check. Miasma. If it touches you, things happen, and I cannot be held responsible.
Simone?
Had to be.
It's not the miasma.
Well, then what is it? Should I be worried?
I told you, it's something I learned to make a cake extra special. You do trust me, don't you?
Would you still be here inside the fortress if I didn't?
Well, then just give me a little bit more time.
Time is growing short.
No.
Well, will she be finished when the light returns? Yes? Dressed, rouged, crinoline, every spit curl in place?
As a Navy SEAL, you have my word.
And what do you call her?
Excuse me?
Every cake is a new creation and deserves a name.
Blossom. Her name is Blossom. And she's quite rambunctious.
Well, that's fine. That's good. The hedge fund guy and his bride will appreciate it. Carry on.
I'm Blossom. You're Blossom. Oh, what? You're such a genius.
Stop! If you are not as you seem, if you are the miasma, if you are Simone's ghost returned to wreak havoc on the fortress and poison Miss Betty, I will destroy you.
Oh, Lulu. You are magnificent. And you love me.
Don't assume that I
Because
love...
you lied for me to Miss Betty.
I would never lie to Miss
You
Betty.
protected me, hid me behind your technique. You were so quick and wonderful and brave.
Stop! You're ruining Miss Betty's work!
You're no longer her creation. You're mine. I'm making you from scratch.
The little girl in the tiny box.
Is sprung like a jack-in-the-box.
But she fears the darkness. And yet it's easier to hide in darkness, so how does she know whether to stay or go?
I will choose for her.
Betty? Betty? Where are you hiding? How dare you vanish at the 11th hour? How do you expect to earn my loyalty if you're not here when I need you? I'm slowly starving to death. That's how bad things are. Soon I'll be nothing but skin and bones, and you'll have no one to drool over. But what do you know? What do you care? You have no idea what's needed to survive out there. I nearly broke my leg. No, both legs on the way over here. And this is how you repay me? Is this all there is? This place is going to shit. Betty's going down, but I'm not going down with her. You can't say I didn't warn you. The miasma! First Simone, now me. Oh, poor Miss Betty.
Lulu, you you taste incredible. I could gobble you all
Get
up.
away from me, Blossom! You don't understand. The miasma destroys everything it touches, even you. You'll be reduced to a heap of ashes in a flash. Bring it on, you foul coward. I'll slice you to ribbons and send you skulking back out there where you belong. Miss Betty has suffered enough.
Lulu, what am I going to do with a silly thing like you?
This is life and death, don't you see? Just taste, it's just like...
Like what, Lulu?
I'm not permitted.
Tell me. What's it taste like?
The end of everything. Like the beginning of the world, like love.
Like chocolate. And love.
So much. Too much. Everything. I taste every flavor in the world, especially you. But I broke my vows. And I lied to Miss Betty. I lied to myself. I breached the Navy SEAL Code of Honor. No! Get it! No! No! Oh, no! No! Some rules deserve to be broken, even if they crackle. You should have stayed home and you left. You're right. You should have stayed home and you left. You're right. A soldier never abandons her post. But everybody lies to Miss Betty. Nushin tells her stories about helpless babies that are stolen and easily replaced, and that's a big fat lie. That could never happen. And Hector lies to her. He smiles up at her like a child, but he doesn't give a shit about this place. Well, I'm through lying. About what I need, what I want, and who I am, most of all. I can't worry anymore whether the fortress is strong enough to keep the truth in and lies out.
So you dirty old devil. Hiding in a shroud miasma as if I wouldn't know you anywhere. Just like you used to hide in the fortress, seeking protection away from out there. When all the time you were just robbing me blind. You didn't think I knew, but I did. And if it wasn't for your fond, it wasn't. Just get out. Just get out and just leave me in peace. My cake. Oh, my precious Blossom, but what have you done to her? I'll kill you again and it won't be pretty.
I'm not Simone. I'm someone far worse. I'm someone you trusted.
Then who are you and how did you get in here?
It's me, Lulu.
You're not, you're lying.
I am Lulu.
What has Simone done to you? What if it's too late and you're too far gone? I mean, you're standing in the spot where we're
Look around, Betty.
Everything is coated with the miasma. See, Lulu would never let that happen. She's a Navy SEAL. She swore to preserve and protect the fortress, my fortress. I trust her. She laid down her life for me.
And so I have. For all intents and purposes, my Blossom.
What do you mean, your Blossom?
Why does everything have to belong to you? Your story, your fortress, your Blossom? Other people need things, Betty. You're not the only one.
This is not you speaking. I know that. You're possessed. I'm not angry with you. When all this is over,
It is over.
No. When you and I, we banished Simone and we secured the fortress and we rebuilt Blossom.
Rebuild Blossom?
We have no choice Stewart, the hedge fund god.
There's 1,001 guests.
It's hours away.
Blossom is dead. And it's all my fault. Yours too.
My fault. I've done nothing but offer you support and encouragement. Protection. A home in here away from out there. I've nurtured you. I've nursed you. I've taught you. I'm blameless. You know what my problem is? I am generous to a fault. I bring in a young girl like you. I teach her everything that I know. I trust her with my life. And then just kaboom! You betray me. First Simone, now you. I deserve better than this.
But I love her.
Who?
Blossom!
My cake?
My love, my guide, my savior, my truth.
Girl, you're not making any sense at all now. Haven't I been all that to you?
I used to think so.
Attend hut, soldier!
Your soldier has gone AWOL.
This is worse than I feared. The miasma, it's eaten your brain. I mean, your skull will be filled with ashes. There's nothing more that I can do for you. I mean, you're gonna be dead by morning. I'm gonna find you on a heap on the floor just like somebody, except it's gonna be worse because Lulu,
What?
I'll miss you so much.
So now you show your face, Betty. You daft old mood.
I found her stuck in the middle of the road.
And whose fault is that, Hector? You've torn up the whole town. There's nothing but cranes and scaffolds and broken cobbles everywhere. And you, Betty, starving me, cheating me, pretending to be my friend? Who will make amends?
That aroma, is that? No, it can't be, but it is. Chocolate?
What? You're faint again. Where would you get such an idea? I mean, you're lightheaded, you're hallucinating.
Once upon a time, there was a baker without a nose. Just a big, gaping black hole in the middle of her face. How's that for a story?
What is wrong with everybody?
Everything in here has gone stale.
Well, except the chocolate.
That's my doing. Mine blossoms.
I'm ruined.
And I'm freed.
Oh, huh. I know who would like this. My friend is this big hedge fund guy. He's bankrolling my new development. But he's getting married. Today, in fact. And he'd go crazy for this.
I knew it. Blossom! My love, you're alive!
Do you hear that, Lulu dear? Perfectly delicious. And it's all thanks to you.
No, you can't, you two. I mean, you don't belong. I mean, this is forbidden. It's impossible. You lied to me. You defied my will. I'll never forgive you. But that's okay. Any moment now, you're just going to break into thousands of icy shards, torn asunder. That's the price you pay for crackling the fondant and violating the laws of the fortress.
At least I won't leave empty-handed. I have a new story about a cake that dies and comes back to life. It's a love story.
See, the baker is in charge of their cake. You see, you disgust me. You've turned everything to shit. I'll never forgive you. Not if you come back begging and crawling.
Leave her alone.
Oh, I will smash you to atoms.
Once upon
No,
a
no, no, let
time.
me go. I want to hear it.
But I do! Go on, Hector. Anything to distract me from my empty stomach.
Once upon a time, a boy was born with special powers. The ability to change one thing into another, the way a caterpillar changes into a butterfly. The boy was determined to use his powers for good, to help people. So he decided to turn his little town into a great, gleaming city, full of big, strong buildings that poke up into the clouds. But, as everyone with powers knows, first you have to practice your powers to master them. So, the boy started off far from home at first, until he was sure he could accomplish exactly what he wanted in his own town. Nushin, check the door.
I can't take much more of this. The fortress can't take much more.
Shut up, Betty. Let him finish.
Well, I'm here, and it's happening. The transformation, I've unleashed my powers, you see?
No, I don't understand. It's miasma, it must be. I'm a little dizzy. Temporary, surely, but tomorrow morning I'll wake up and my head's gonna be clear. And I'll see the fortress, it's secure and it's clean as a whistle, and I will have the king plated for the hedge fund god.
By then it will be too late, won't it?
So, we whipped up a little something new for the hedge fund god, his bride, and their 1001 guests.
It really is my best recipe. Betty, come, taste. If I don't look out for myself, who will? Not you. It was never you.
My best customer, my trusted friend.
The second little girl. The one who replaced the first one after she disappeared. Remember the story? She didn't make it either. Her mother left the window open in the nursery. The miasma stole in and snatched the baby away. I thought you'd want to know.
Hector.
You see, the thing is, Betty, your Angelicas, they're like memory itself. Intense, but fleeting. My powers taught me an important lesson. I learned you need to keep things in your heart forever. And it's because things change. They transform, take new shape. Oh, I should know that better than anyone. I will always have your Angelicas here, in my heart. An indelible taste memory. And that's good enough for me.
Rules are breath itself. Without rules,
There's still time to become who you would become, Betty.
In a world where all the rules are connected and everybody breathes.
You know, Betty, Pluto used to be a planet, now it's not. That's just the way things are sometimes. And that's a rule too.